Breakfast at Tiffany's.
What's up, Lakers fan? Welcome back to another show. Another night, another win. Lakers take care of business. 120 to 114. And yes, it wasn't perfect, but it was the most iconic Lakers. That win pushes the Lakers to 22-11 on the season, a 66.7 winning rate. And just like that, we are back to the third seed in the West. Woohoo! This team keeps finding ways. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes you are yelling at a TV or where you watch the game from, in a bar, at home, or from your phone, or whatever. But when it matters, they lock in. And that's what this one feels like. Another ugly win. But some big individual performance I'm going to talk about later. And a few lineup crashes that are getting louder by the game. So just get ready, let's get into this one. Because there is a lot to talk about after this one. And yeah, we might need to have that starting lineup conversations again. So let's lock in. Let's just start here with this one. The very important one. Jake LaRavia was hooping. Another post number 12 show. Straight up another game, another statement. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, plus 15. Team high. 9 for 16 from the field, 4 threes, perfect at the line. And it was not just enough. He dropped 21 last Friday as well. Back-to-back 20-plus games against his former team. That's crazy. Big moment, big confidence, big impact. I love his commitment. And now it's official here. The conversation is unavoidable. Do the Lakers need to start Jake LaRavia over Rui Hachimura? I'm giving my opinion here, but I'll do a poll on Spotify, so please go bold and let me know what you think on the comment section, okay? Let's put the numbers on the table first, so nobody thinks this is pure vibes or by personal preference. Hachimura has started 27 games as a starter. He's giving you 20.7 points, 3.8 rebounds, and nearly 1 assist, half a steal. The efficiency is there. It's very real. 52 from the field, 44.5 from 3. That's elite shooting. I've always said he's the best shooter on the team. And Jake LaRavia as a starter. 12 games here. Same 12.7 points, but with 5.9 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 1.3 steals. Shooting is lower overall, especially from 3, but the impact feels different when you actually watch the game. And that's the key part. Stats don't tell the whole story here. If you have been watching, you know exactly what I'm saying. Jack brings the things this lineup actually needs. Win defense. Rebounding from the slot. He reads the floor fast. He jumps past lanes. He's here and there. He's everywhere and just constantly moving. So the fact here is that when you have Luka, Austin, LeBron, guys don't play defense. What you exactly need is a guy who's there to help defense. willing to run, rotate, contest, dive, and just do the dirty work. You don't need another elite shooter there to make more points because there's only one basketball on the court. So offensively, Jake fits pretty well. You don't have to set like some special sets for him. He doesn't need to touch the ball. He can just like doing a lot of catch and shoot, cuts around the fast breaks, and lead the Lakers in the transition run. That's what he has been doing for the whole 33 games. Yes, he never missed again. And he's also doing a pretty good job running the off-ball possessions. He doesn't park himself in the corner and wait. He relocates everywhere he calls hot, and he sets real screen. He forces defenders to communicate and just destroy the defense. That's very important. And Rui, on the other hand, is an elite shooter. That part is real and valuable. But in a starting group, his role gets reduced. A lot of corner standing, a lot of waiting, and when he doesn't touch the ball, his impact drops off hard. That's not an insult, that's just usage reality. Honestly, this is why the bench makes more sense for him. Let Louis come in and cook. Let him attack mismatch. Let him be the guy who stabilizes the offense when things get ugly. We need him to lead the bench. The fact is that the Lakers have the weakest bench scoring in the league. So with Rui joining the second unit, that will be a huge power offensively. It's not a punishment. It's all about the balance. It's about putting the right skill set next to Luka and LeBron and Austin. Rui off the bench gives you scoring power, and Jack with the starting lineups. You got a movement, defense, and connective tissues, so that's important. That's the winning basketball. I really do think it's a win-win situation for both Louis and the Lakers. So just please take this into considerations. I'm talking to JJ and Rui. Okay, so this is where the night start to feel different because it wasn't just about who was hot or who should start. It felt like adjustment would actually be heard and act on in real time. Stuff we have been yelling about didn't just live on Twitter anymore. It showed up on the court. Nowhere was that more obvious than with a big fella. DeAndre Ayton, I'm talking to you. Remember just a few hours ago when we were talking about Adam being clearly frustrated about not getting touched? JJ literally there to address it head on. He said he wanted to get a big involved early, set a tone, make him feel part of the offense from the jump. And bro, he really made that happen. Adam finished with 15 points on 6 for 8 shooting. And you could feel the difference in his body language immediately. He even said it himself after the game. Bigs can't feel himself. I just try my best to bring effort and I trust my playmakers out there to find me. That quote says everything. He wasn't pouting. He wasn't demanding post-ups. He just wanted to be part of the floor. He wanted to get involved in the offense. And once he was, he delivered. Second half especially, he was huge. 3 for 5. 4 boards, including a massive offensive rebound late that helped seal the win. And yeah, he closed again this time. On the floor with Jake, Luka, LeBron, and Vendel. What I found interesting is that just look at this lineup construction. two real playmakers, two defenders who will run and just do all the dirty job, and a big who can finish, rebound, and protect a ring. It felt balanced, and it just felt like everyone had a job. But let's be real, this was Memphis, and they are just bent up too. They are so thin, they had to use a heart-shaped exception just to sign Coloco as a backup big. So I'm not saying this is the answer to everything or just this lineup of the season. But as a look, as something to build on going forward, I just feel like if nothing else, it showed willingness. Just a willingness to adjust, to listen, and really just try to make a change and try to see how things work to make this squad looks better. I love that energy. And for this team right now, that just feels like progress. I love that. With all that being said, this is most Lakers thing ever. Just another night, another clutch game. We really sleepwalk through 2 or sometimes 3 quarters and dig ourselves a really huge hole. And then suddenly decide, yeah, okay, it's time, let's just work, buddy. Let's play some basketball. This is another night like this. The Lakers were down 16 at one point, getting absolutely cooked in the first half, losing the rebounding battle badly. Memphis was killing us on the glass early. 10-3 on offense rebounds, 29-18 overall. Winning second chance points, winning the possession battle, and just literally everything. By the end of the night, Memphis took 100 shots. Oh, wow, look at the stats. It's crazy. And the Lakers took 80. That alone tells you how ugly the first half was. But man, those final 5 minutes was iconic. That's where this team turns into something else entirely. That's where the 12-0 clutch record makes sense. We got the LeBron-Luka connection finally look real. I saw fans calling it LeBron trick. And I'm not even mad at this. That chemistry in crunch time was the best it's looked all season. They were insane and they look good. Just race, counters, and trust. I actually love LeBron taking on more point guard duty late. He finished with 10 assists and just 1 turnover, which is insane considering how little he even had the ball earlier in the game. He's playing more of the ball than ever next to Luka. And when he does touch the ball, he's locked in. Like he said himself, when you barely have the ball, you cannot afford to waste possessions. And that really showed in his game. And the LeBron-Luka pick and roll is just unfair. LeBron sets a real screen, not a fake sleep. And when he rolls, he pulls so much defensive attention that Luka suddenly has space to breathe. If LeBron chooses to pop, Luka hits him. If LeBron rolls, the help comes and someone is wide open. It opens up so much creativity offensively. We need way more of these. So the result was that the Memphis have no choice but shed help toward LeBron in the mid post. Every time he caught that, a second defender just crept over. And that's when it was over. Dump off to Jason for a dunk, or just find window on the court. Swing for an open look. If you send to a LeBron, you're done. He will carve you up. And then there's Luka. Like we have killed him all season for the shot selection, especially from the deep. Tough pull up, early clock hit check. Stuff that makes you put your hands on your head. But I'll say that I respect that he never stops shooting. I love the confidence. And when it matters most, it paid off. Back-to-back threes to close that. Luka magic in full effect. Shout out to Luka. He's a real MVP. So that's the real effort, the real power. Where the 12-0 in clutch games come from. When it's close, when it slows down, when possessions actually matter. The Lakers know what the assignments are. They are built to win. Two elite decision makers, shot makers, who are not scared, and guys who trust each other. I certainly understand the frustration part is they only seem to care when the game is close. The encouraging part is that when it's close, when it matters, they always give themselves a chance. Coming back from down 16 and closing like this is something we need to be happy about. If this team ever figures out how to play with the urgency for more than 5 minutes a night, things will get really interesting. Right. Okay, before we wrap this one up, let's slow it down for a second and check in on the stuff that actually matters for the next few days. Because I know wins are great. I know we deserve a little celebration. But I want to just check in on the injury guys. So let's get into a quick injury update here. JJ Redick say Rui Hachimura is not going to travel with the team on the upcoming Pelicans Spurs road trip. He's still dealing with that calf, and there's a chance he gets some practice reps with South Bay Lakers while the Lakers are out of town. Just no rush. I don't want to see anybody get injured because we are rushing them coming back too soon. I want everyone to stay healthy. You know, the injury sometimes can kill an athlete. That's the least thing I want to see happen here. And on the other side of that, a good news is here. Vincent is expected to rejoin the squad for the upcoming games, which is huge for lineup flexibility. We'll see how it comes together. Just super exciting to see how JJ gonna play Vincent when he's back to the squad. We'll see. And I will definitely talk about it on the next show. Alright, you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you very, very soon.